Sex is an integral part of an adult life, and it is the sweetest experience that God has provided for mankind. Research has revealed that sex is more beneficial to the women than the men, and both adults, both men and women who are adults and full grown, especially those ones that have full access to sex, will definitely be involved in it. Sex is for the married people. The singles can learn, read about it, and exercise patience until they have full and grown, full and complete access to it. Sex is for adults, it is not meant for children. Yes, we have so many benefits of sex for men. For example, sex leads to the release of feel good and happiness hormone. Many of the activities that happen in the body are due to hormones that are involved, those that triggers the activity. So feel good and happiness hormone are those ones that are connected with sex, and the ones like dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin, prolactin, androgen, testosterone for men. Those are the hormones that are directly connected with sex, and these are the ones that studies reveal that they are feel good and happiness hormones. So the secretion and the release of those hormones bring about happiness and joy from the inside. Sex also improve cardiovascular health. It improve the rate of heartbeat because of the rate at which blood is being pumped to the heart. Yes, studies reveal that when you talk about cardiovascular, you're talking about the heart now. So studies reveals that orgasm improve the rate at which blood is being pumped into the heart of a man. Therefore, it gives a man a very good and sound heart health. Yes, sex also stabilizes mental health because of oxytocin that is being secreted from the central nervous system and the cerebral cortex. Yes, this is the part that controls intelligence. The cerebrum controls the intelligence and reasoning and cognitive of a man. So this is the exact place where oxytocin is secreted from. And so once a man have a good sex, it makes him to have a stable mentality. It makes him to think very well as a man. Yes, sex also renew, repackage, and reforms the mind and memory. It also improve intelligence and brain. This is all because of the release of all those aforementioned hormones. Yes, sex also help a man to empty his bowels. That means that it helps the gastrointestinal tract. It helps the gastrointestinal tract. That is the digestive tract. Yes, because all the hormones that we have mentioned, those hormones are probiotic. They are probiotic. It means that they help in dietary, they help to improve digestion. So once a man have good sex, it is easy for him to empty his bowels, to go to the toilet, empty his bowels, and he feels light. Yes, so sex helps the gastrointestinal tract and also aid digestion. Yes, sex also reduce blood pressure because of prolactin. So the man will not be exposed to too much drug. Once a man is having normal blood pressure as a result of good sex, such man will not be at the risk of taking blood pressure drug that will in turn has a negative effect on his blood on his libido, and kills his erection. So sex lowers blood pressure because prolactin is a relaxation hormone. It's an hormone that brings about a relaxation of nerves. You understand? So sex also lowers the risk of prostate cancer. It lowers the risk of prostate cancer because once sperm cell accumulate into the cells and tissues of the body, or one sperm accumulates into the epididymis, which is the storage site of sperm, and the sperm is being expelled out of the body, another one will be secreted. So the pathway, the prostate, the pathway to which the sperm will come, another one will be secreted, it will still go, that pathway will be free. So the more the pathway is able to discharge a sperm cell, the more the pathway becomes healthy as against the one that stores excess sperm. We could discover that even nature has provided a means that when the semen bag is filled up, nature has a way of expelling some of it out of the body, which is wet dream that all these adolescents and the puberty boys do experience. It is extended to lifetime because it is nature. Once the sperm cell is accumulating, once it has accumulated and it is not coming out from the body, it is not good. So nature itself will bring it out even without you touching a woman or so. So it is not a sin, it is not spiritual, it is just nature that happened. So but a grown-up man, just like I've said earlier on, who have probably is married, so he has the full access to a woman, does not need to wait till nature bring excess sperm. Such man should have regular sex so as to prevent himself from being at the risk of prostate cancer. Sex also boosts the immune system of a man. It makes the immune system to be strong and healthy. The immune system is that system that helps the body to fight disease, to fight things that can make the man to break down. Sex releases immunoglobulin A. A man that ejaculates constantly has more IgA in his body system, has more immunoglobulin A. So this IgA makes the immune system to be stronger. You understand? So a man who has regular sex will not be falling sick every time. That is just the interpretation of that point. So it strengthens the immune system, and such man will be strong and healthy. Yes, it also reduces the risk of prostate cancer. We have said that one. We have said that. And sex also for a man makes him to have a free epididymis, that is the storage site. It will make the storage site to be free. It is also anti-aging. It makes a man to look younger. You understand? Because we understand the fact that the man brings out sperm cell that has a whole lot of components like potassium, magnesium, etc., which is useful for the woman. We are still coming there. But the man himself feels repackaged and rebranded just like a newborn baby. So once you see a man who is not deprived, such man will look healthy, such man will look even younger than his age. Yes, sex also induces sleep because of release of prolactin. That it is a relaxation hormone that makes a man to relax and sleep. Yes, so it also improves bonding, love and appeal because of oxytocin and pheromone. These are the two hormones that makes a man to bond. You understand? We understand the fact that a woman bonds more than a man, but at least once, if a man is truly in love with a woman and he make love to that woman, you see that the man will bond. There is more bonding. Sex creates bond because of oxytocin, because of oxytocin that is released, that induces appeal and love. Yes, it also reduces stress and anxiety because of the release of cortisol. And also, apart from cortisol, serotonin level of the body is being increased when a man has a very good ample time in sex. It boosts his serotonin level, and also release of cortisol, which is an hormone that calms the nerves. Yes, it reduces mental and physical stability. We are not saying those that have mental problem that they didn't do sex, but if a normal man that is okay have a good time in sex, it will help his brain, it will help him to think very well, because all these hormones are directly connected to the brain, the self-esteem of a man. So sex also improve self-esteem and confidence of a man. It makes a man to be confident on his own, especially the early morning sex that between the time of rapid eye movement, etc. So these are many more at the uh, health benefits of sex for men. And most of the time, if men are deprived, it can make them to misbehave. That is the reason behind all this violence we are seeing, rape, etc., in society. So a man who have a wife should take care of the wife so that the wife can be happy to have a good sex time with him. Now, for women, sex also help the cardiovascular health. It helps the woman's heart to beat, to pump blood correctly to the different location of the body, and make the nerves and the arteries, veins and capillaries to work perfectly. Sex also lower blood pressure for women. It lowers blood pressure because it brings about sleep. The sperm cell that will be given to the woman has melatonin, which induces sleep, and also prolactin will also be released for the woman. So all these are the reason behind the reason why sex lowers blood pressure. Then it also lowers the risk of fibroid. Yes, because studies has revealed that the mechanical work that penis will do inside the woman will make all the thick blood that has been sticking to come out. You understand? A whole lot of people that reach menopause at the age of 45, 43, 42. Some people will say they didn't see their period again. When they do sex, it is possible that the man's organ will bring out all the sticky blood that has hidden into them that can even grow and turn to fibroid. Yes, though we have people who are having good sex but they still have fibroid, but this is what study is saying, that sex can it can lower the risk of fibroid. Yes, because of the mechanical work that penis will do inside the woman. Then also sex cures dysmenorrhea. It cures dysmenorrhea, which is a painful menstruation. That if a lady is having painful menstruation, she endures. When she get married, she started having intercourse, then with her husband, the pain will reduce, because orgasm orgasm leads to contraction of the uterus. So once the wall of the uterus contrast, then the blood can flow easily without without any obstruction. Yes, that is the reason why studies is saying that good sex can cure or lower the risk of dysmenorrhea for a woman, because of the work that orgasm does, which make the uterus to contrast and melt all the sticky blood that are in there. It's also reduce the risk of the risk of a cancer, breast cancer for a woman, because the normal penetration is not the real sex. Sex starts from all kinds of activities like romance, etc. So all these touching can make the man can easily discover, oh, if there is any lump on you or on any side of your breast, the man can easily discover it and you can easily treat it. But if as a person nobody is doing that to you, study says such person stand the risk of all of these things, that the nobody will be able to discover that there's something wrong with you. But if you're a young lady, that is not a guarantee that you should go and be doing immorality. You can examine your breast by yourself. There are places where doctors will say women should do early morning examination of their breasts, if you are still a single sister. Now, sperm is proteinous. It helps the body of a woman to look fresh. Sperm contains like so many components, like 30 components: potassium, magnesium, calcium, fructose, zinc, that helps the body to produce protein. So this is the reason why sex makes a woman's body to look fresh and shine. And also it is anti-aging. It makes a man, when you see a woman who is not deprived, such woman will look so fresh and younger even than her age. Also, studies also say that sex induces sleep for a woman because of melatonin that is found in a sperm cell. Melatonin and prolactin that is found in sperm cells. So it freshens the skin. It also remove wrinkles. It remove wrinkles. Some people lay sperm cell on their face to remove wrinkle if it works for them. Yes, it also helps the woman's memory. It helps the woman's memory and it alleviates stress. It alleviates stress because of the four stages. We have the excitement stage, we have the plateau stage, we have orgasm, then we have refractory. So these are the four stages that that study says sex will go through. So by the time you go through all these four stages, it will bring about your nerves calming down. So when you calm down your nerves, then your stress will be alleviated. So the work that the man does on the woman is more. That is why study says that the woman that sex is more beneficial to the woman than the man, because the woman go through the four stages, which will happen to her if a man does handle her so well, especially if the man is a man that understands your body anatomy. So sex alleviates stress. It alleviates, it removes stress from the body. Yes, it also makes it calms the nerves because of cortisol and the high concentration of the rate at which serotonin will boost. It will boost your serotonin level and make your body to relax. Yes, so these and many more are the health benefits of sex for a woman. And I want to say that a man does work more than a woman. You understand? And studies also say that a woman benefits more in sex. It also cures infertility, because if you didn't do sex, there is no Holy Spirit pregnancy. So it helps the woman to be fertile. Yes, sex helps the woman to be fertile. No, there are some women that when they start having ample sex, that is when gradually for a woman now who is looking up to God for a fruit of the womb, such woman cannot stop sleeping with her husband. She will continue. As much as she continues, then the nerves and the cells of the body can start responding to the sperm that she's receiving, then conception will follow. So all these are more and more and more the benefits of sex for a woman. And of course, any woman or any lady who is still single should wait on the Lord. This is not a reason for a person who is not married to be doing immorality. The same thing with a man. A man can decide to take many women to himself and do it correctly, but a woman cannot have more than a man, all because of some benefits, etc. So please let us know it and know peace, and let us apply it, especially those people who have the right and full access to it. So we can still read more about it, so that we know more. We also mentioned that it lowers blood pressure, so that those who are suffering such will be able to use, because if you do sex now, it will lower your blood pressure and makes you to sleep, instead of you taking sleeping pills that will in turn has negative effects on your health. So, because sex is a natural means that God has provided to cure all kinds of like headache, temperature, stomach ache, etc. So, these are more health benefits of sex for both men and women. And as I've said earlier on, that it is the sweetest thing that God has provided for mankind, because there is no other hormone that is called feel good and happiness hormone in science, apart from all these serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, etc. And these are only attached and associated with a sexual activity. So remain faithful to your partner, and if you are single, keep the faith until God will give you your own partner. Thank you so much, everybody. Shalom. Love you.